We got too deep together, but I haven't a clue how we beat up. I could name some of you straight up. There is nothing else I'd rather do. Sit tight, you may think it's in vain. We need to get back. We need to get back in the game. Oh yeah. There's a taste of you in every meal. There is something strange between you and me. Give me some fuel for the fire.
Virgil, Diaz, Thiago, Naby, how are they? Anyone likely to be back for?
Virgil, of course, completely normal back in training. Luis and Thiago training completely normal. We have to. The plan with Luis is that he will be available 100% for Leeds. So just again, it looks good, everything is fine, but it was a long injury, and so we have to be careful, and we will probably not involve him for Sunday. Thiago looks slightly different. He was not out that long. Trained now 4 times with the team, and might be available, but we have to check how he feels today.
You know about your record against Arsenal at Anfield. Last time they took a point was 2016. Last time they won at Anfield was 2012. But do you sense that this Arsenal is pretty different to what you competed against before in your time here?
Yeah, I don't know. I knew Arsenal before I arrived at Liverpool, obviously, but never felt. Yes, I did actually in the Champions League, right? With Dortmund. So it's obviously different team, clear. Mikkel is building this team for a few years now, and obviously the outcome is pretty impressive. The way they play is fun to watch, to be honest. It's super lively, really good football, top players on the pitch, good match plans. So good. I know it's not exactly what you can say about us in a moment, so that shows you what is the situation, but at least for a while we can mention again, it's still it's Anfield, so we are at home, and we still have to show reaction after reaction after reaction. We have to and improvement, and that's what we will absolutely try on Sunday.
Just to follow up, what's the key to getting or seeing a brighter, a braver Liverpool? Because we know you can do it. You did it against
good moments in the games, building on that. So that's how it is. Good challenges, good battles in little areas, and then keeping the ball, because our main problem at Chelsea now, when you look at that game, it was like flipper. Maybe we have the ball, we give it away. We have the ball, we give it away. We have the ball, we give it away. It's like you cannot watch that quick. It's like the analyze point.
Give it away now.
Do you think the computer's broke? And that's obviously not how it should be. I liked about the game was the desire, the passion they put in. But of course, there were still 2 situations where they scored, but it was a handball, so that's now something. And the other one was offside. We still have to prove the point how it would have looked if we were 1-0 down. But again, it's like that. So this game is gone, and now we have a new chance, and that's how it always is. We have 2 days longer to prepare the game. Means we have 3 sessions, which is absolutely 3 proper sessions, which is very, very helpful.
3 sessions in 2 days. Is that what he just said? Did he just say 3 sessions in 2 days? Oh, their legs are fucked. Oh, God.
Where we really can train, and that usually always helped us. And that's what we think this time again as well. And so we will give it a proper try. And that we need Anfield is clear. And I really hope. That's why I said after the Chelsea game, I think people saw a few things which they think, okay, that was better than before. So
no, Klopp. No, we didn't. I didn't. No, Klopp. I did not see anything against Chelsea where I thought that was better. No, you ignorant pile of shit. I did not see anything. I can't believe he just said that. Who saw anything? What, Red Ben TV? Red Ben TV saw something that was better. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. Go suck on their cockhead. No one saw anything. If Chelsea had a striker, it would have been 3-0 Chelsea. I didn't see any. In fact, it was almost a worse display in some ways than City. Oh, my God. I'm raging already. I'm 5 minutes into the video. This is peeing me off. I hate raging. I hate ranting. Oh, my God. It's just done my nutting. Klopp, my man. I hate. Look. Oh, Jurgen, what has happened to Jurgen Klopp? A Jurgen Klopp a few years ago would never have said that. He would never have muttered them words. He would have been disgraced and disgusted. What has happened to Jurgen? What has happened to our Jurgen?
Come on, let's go from here.
You mentioned Anfield. How important is the Anfield factor? You've won your 30 points at Anfield this season.
Yeah.
Just one to so how important is it?
Very important. So obviously we need 40, 50,000 Liverpoolians in away games, and it might look different. So it's not the only thing we should rely on. It's not that we think, okay, it's Anfield, so we will win. Well, a lot of tough games involved, and we lost, unfortunately, games as well here, which was not helpful at all. Yeah, but it's no secret that the combination of our people and the ground and then the boys is a pretty good combination. So that's what we have to throw in as well, but not relying on it. We have to push the train, and in this moment, I have a very good feeling that we can do it.
At the start of the season, I don't think many people thought Arsenal could or would win the league. I wonder what you have made of them and the sort of challenge that they will bring on Sunday.
Yeah, that's easy because you think when you watch the team and stuff like this, and then you think, okay, City will win it, and don't think too much about like if you're not yourself, and if you thought actually we can give them a proper fight. But Arsenal deserves where they are, so it's a mix of really, really good football and extreme emotions, I would say, from everywhere, but just a good way to play. To be honest, it's like I know people are asking for time for managers, that they have more time, stuff like this, to can develop this. I really think Mikel deserved each minute he got there. When it was not going perfectly well. In the beginning, maybe the steps were not big enough for some people and stuff like this, and now they are there. The team is very well set up, and good transfers on top of that, but a stable, last year already, pretty stable team. Brought in, obviously, super important players, but not too many, and that's what they're using now.
Jürgen, you said before the run of these 3 games this week that you were super excited it would define your season.
Look, I don't mean to hate on the man. I'm not. I love Jurgen. I really do. But what the F was he just waffling on about there? You know when your granddad gets like amnesia or something like that, and he's like, he forgets how to tie up his shoes or something. Yeah, he's just chatting. It's like he forgot what he was talking about. I'm seriously worried about. I'm seriously worried about Jurgen. I really am, because it looked like he forgot what he was chatting about in mid-sentence and started sort of like waffling on to an end of a sentence. It was weird, really weird. I'm seriously worried. I'm seriously worried about Jurgen's mental side or something, because that was weird. Like, he got asked a question, sort of answered it, and then sort of forgot what he was talking about at the same time. Yeah, mine. It's kind of a weird one. Let's continue.
Do you still believe that it will define your season?
Unfortunately, could or can if we win this game at the weekend, which was the plan. Obviously, then we would have 4 points out of these games. That would be a completely normal situation for us, I would say. In the past, when we played Chelsea in our best moments, it was not much better. To be honest, we played there. It was always difficult. Maybe might have won 1 or 2 games there, but most of the time we drew there and stuff like this. Last year, I think it was last season, if I wasn't right, I sat at home with COVID. We started very well, and then we got more or less pushed to the wall, and it was a draw in the end. So losing at City is possible. It was always possible. And now we have to win a football game. So
why is that always possible? Why is that always possible? I'm not. Look, I can understand the answer. It's always possible to lose a game. It sounds very defeatist to me. Look, I'm not doing this purposely to go at Jurgen. Yeah, I'm not doing this purposely for likes and clicks and shit like that. I'm really not. It's just me talking factual. Why is it all? What that? It just sounds defeatist for me when someone says it's always possible. You shouldn't go in with that mindset. Yes, it probably is because it is Man City, but we're Liverpool. We're Liverpool. We're a bigger club than City. It shouldn't be. It's mad. I find that mad. I find that mad. It's I don't know. I find that a bit mad. Sorry, my mic might have cut out because I was a bit far away from my mic. You should be able to hear me better now. But yeah, I find that a bit mad that he's saying that it's always possible. I don't know. It probably is, but don't say it out loud. You know, I don't want to hear my manager saying that, to be perfectly frank. I really don't. But hey, let's carry on.
and then we will see again. I understand that from your point of view, it's super difficult to find new questions every week. But believe me, it's even more difficult to find new answers. So that's why I thought 9:30 and you all stay at home and you can write what you wrote last week or whatever. So it doesn't make the situation better. So we have to play better football. How I said, we have to keep the ball in the decisive areas. We cannot pass the ball into their feet. And that's now sounds so simple. But the last game is a super example against Chelsea. 2 teams who played last year an incredible level. Teams were not that different to the teams who showed up now. And both were not able to do that. So now we can say, 22 players, they don't want to, and 11 from us, they don't want. No, it's not that they don't want. They want desperately. They want it even more than in good times. Even more. But it didn't work out. So that just shows us what happens if the confidence level is obviously not on highest level. So and that's where we have to go through, and you cannot force it really. And say, come on, be more confident. So that doesn't work. So we have to help the boys with different things, and that's what we do. And in a home game, a massive boost can be the crowd, obviously celebrating challenges, celebrating a sliding tackle, ball goes out, and it's that's where it all started. Where it's all started. We block the ball and we don't win it, but block it goes out is the first little victory. That's what you have to go and have to build on. And all of a sudden, nobody thinks about confidence anymore. Someone has it, and then they are themselves.
I just thought of something. While he was chatting there. This might be a bit political. It might be a bit early for this question. I'm going to say it anyway. Liverpool, as we know, Liverpool Football Club, as we know, are one of the most vaccinated sides in the league. Does that have any bearing on our match fitness right now? Because we know about all the vaccine, we know about the stories coming out about the vaccine right now and things like that. But we're one of the most vaccinated teams in the league, and I just wonder. Yeah, it's just a question. I thought I'd put it out there because just a question. I thought I'd put it out there. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I mean, I look into this vaccine stuff quite a lot. I had the vaccine, but I wouldn't have any more doses of it because I don't think I need it. The players took a lot of doses. I don't know. Maybe it's just me, but I thought it's a question worth asking. It just came to my head while I was listening.
Themselves again, and that's what we are working on. That this will not happen in 2028. That it will happen on the Idle World on Sunday, and from there we go again and again and again.
Yeah, again, it's very rare for you to make the number of changes that you did for the Chelsea game in midweek.
Not sure it's so rare, but yeah.
Yeah, well, 6.
It's a lot.
It doesn't happen all the time. But
No, that's true.
have you had the response since then from the players? Some really high-profile players left out, and really good players out of form. But have you had the sort of response since then? In training that makes you think that they'll be on the way back?
I didn't mean to start a whole COVID debate in the chat, by the way. COVID's been and gone, so I don't mean to start a whole COVID thing in the chat. It was just a conspiracy chat. I think I was feeling at the time. I didn't mean to start anything in the chat. Big up to all you guys. Love you.
I mean, we had now one proper session since then, and that's the boys are not. They don't show me that they don't want outside or whatever. Not at all. So you left me out. So now you can try to sort it yourself or whatever. This is not the situation we are in. But again, I said before the game, and I say it now. Because was a different week because we play all 3 days pretty much. But from now on, if you don't play three times a week, then we have more time to train, and then I have to and I will make decisions about the team based on what I saw in training. So that's it, and that opens the door for everybody. Because of course, if you play 3 times a week, then the boys who play all the time, they recover. The other boys can train well, but the last game we won, so why would you make 6 changes? Because we saw one session where it was a few players show up. That's a different situation. So you let it go, and you keep on building and building and building. Now, what can we build on? We have to change. We have to find a basis where we really can build on. That's why I said first step: intensity, desire, passion. Good at Chelsea. Really, that was good. So the rest, not so much.
I'm gonna break thank in a minute. I'm gonna break something in a minute. I ain't gonna lie. Let me just go back to what you said there. Hang on.
Desire, passion. Good at Chelsea. We have to change. We have to find a basis where we really can build on. That's why I said first step: intensity, desire, passion. Good at Chelsea. Really, that was.
What? I paused that in a bad place. But what? Desire? I saw a desire to get off the pitch. I saw 0 intensity. I've seen more intensity in anal porn than in the Liverpool-Chelsea game. What intensity, man? It's just, look, I can understand what he's trying to say. He's trying to big the boys up, getting their confidence going. He's probably saying the right things for the players to listen to. I get all that, but I'm not a player. I'm a fan, and I didn't see no passion, man. I didn't see. I didn't see a single bit of passion there. I didn't see no fouls being flown in. I didn't see no hard tackles. I didn't see anyone getting in Chelsea's face. I didn't see anyone up for the fight. I didn't see the passion from Klopp himself on the sidelines. Look, Jurgen Klopp is one of the most passionate, intense managers I've ever seen in my lifetime on the sidelines. Klopp's lacking that. I didn't see Klopp's passion on the sidelines like I used to. As I said, he used to be one of the most passionate, intense managers around. I don't know. The only passion I saw was Henderson having a go at our best player this season in Alisson Becker, shoulder barging him and getting in his face like the absolute peon he is. No, man. No. Oh, man. No. I mean, yeah, he's probably saying the right things for his players, and I get that. But we're fans, and listening to this, it's just... I'm hoping he's right. And against Arsenal, they turn up again, and they, and they give what they can do. I hope he's right. I really do.
Was good. So the rest, not so much. But it's fine. So let's go from there. I cannot constantly ask for something I didn't get and just put the finger into that. Development doesn't work like this. Because, yeah, but this was still not okay, and this was not okay, and this was not okay. You are allowed to do that. Absolutely, you're allowed to do that because you don't work with the boys. I'm not. The one in charge is not allowed to.
We play the same every week, Jurgen. Oh my God, we play the same every week. How about, Jurgen, you actually start sticking your finger in something and it might cheer you up a little bit? Do you know what I mean? Fucking hell.
Do that because I'm really calm in this moment. You might be surprised, but I'm really calm. It's like I'm in it. I see everything and I base my decisions on that. And in the end, we will see what the outcome is. That's I cannot do more. And again, we have to keep going, and we will.
Like, I'll have to go to Carl. We've got lots of fit in, mate. Sorry.
No
Carl.
problem.
Carl.
You forgot him.
No, I've got to go to Carl.
Just on that point, the changes you made at Chelsea, how many were, or how much of your selection was influenced by performance against City, and how much was influenced by the week you had in terms of managing players?
How can I make the decision when both situations are? So we had a game against City, which is an influence, so physically and performance-wise. Then we have a game 3 days. So it's both. It's both. How can you make? How can you expect I give you now an answer and say 2 were because of that and 4 were because of that? It's really waste of time. And again, I said it's difficult to ask better questions, so you tried at least. Yeah. It didn't work out. So, you're welcome.
Jurgen's such a gangster at times.
Oh, under pressure now. Better questions.
Better questions, the cheeky fucker. Better questions, the cheeky motherfucker. Better questions he asks for. Firstly, how does my mic sound, guys? Is my mic sounding okay? Do I sound okay? Let me know in the chat quick, because if it's not sounding good, let me know how my mic is sounding, because I just stood it up a bit more because it was breaking. Wow. Well, there's the... It's all good, yeah? Yeah. Sounds a little distorted, says Ravi. Right, let me go on my channel a minute. Hang on. Let me go on my channel a minute and listen. Oh, no, it sounds fine. It sounds fine. It sounds fine. It sounds fine. It's his computer, man. His computer's old as shit, and the USB comes out the back a little bit sometimes. Let me pull my microphone back a little bit and see if that works a little bit. I'll pull it back a little bit. That should be a little bit better, guys. I'll pull the microphone back away from me now. So that should be okay. Let me just hear to myself. Sorry about this, guys. My USB came out while that was going. Well, that was happening. Yeah, that sounds all right. That sounds all right. Let me know if that sounds all right now, guys. I think that's all them naughty videos down. Oh man, could you imagine? So hopefully you can hear me better now. Let me know in the chat. Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me better now, guys. in the live chat. Let me know. Yeah, my USB come out the back of the computer that connects to the mic, so hopefully that sounds all right. It sounds all right on my YouTube. I just listened to myself on YouTube and it sounded okay. So, right, big up. Good. We move on. So Jurgen there talking about. So Luis Diaz back in training, but Luis Diaz is not going to be available. I think till he said the Leeds game, was that right? Big up Mitchell brothers, big up Ravi, big up Trudon, big up John, big up everyone in the chat. So Luis Diaz probably not going to be back to a Leeds game, I believe he said there. They want to make sure he has time, that he's training well. They don't rush him back into first team action straight away, which is a fair point. It's actually a breath of fresh air seeing us not rush a player back for once. So I do appreciate that Luis Diaz is not going to be completely rushed back. He's been 5 months out. Was it the Arsenal game back in the first beginning of the season that he got injured in? You know, when we lost 3-2 to Arsenal the first time round. Is that the game Luis Diaz got injured in? It was, wasn't it? Is it that game? That's 5 months. That's mad. 5 months out. Big up Kaiser Sosa in the house. Yeah, we're going to get to this in a minute, man. We're going to get to this talk in a minute. So I had a phone call off my someone who works with the media. Called me yesterday and said, have I heard the news? And I hadn't. And he told me about that this investment coming to Liverpool Football Club. And then I found some stuff up online. So I will get to that in a minute, guys. It sounds quite promising, quite good. Yeah, the Thomas Partey challenge, weren't it? So yeah, Diaz has been out for 5 months. So I'm actually kind of relieved that we're taking our time with Luis Diaz. I respect that. You know, don't throw him into the deep end straight away. You know, just bring him back slowly. The Thiago one. Now, I didn't realise this till today that Thiago's actually been out since February. He's actually been out since February, and we're in April. Actually in April, and he's been out since February. That's a madness. That's an absolute madness. I didn't realise it was that long. I didn't realise Thiago's been out for that long. But by the sounds of it and what I've been reading today, that they might throw Thiago straight in against Arsenal. Now, with Thiago's injuries, apparently Thiago's injuries has all been really pain-related. What I've been reading up about it, it's all pain-related. We've mentioned this a few times on the show that Thiago is a very slow healer. You know, no matter what injury he gets, he should be only out for like a month. But because he heals so slowly, it takes like 8 to 10 weeks. But apparently it's been very pain-related. So he could be actually been thrown straight in, which would be interesting. I don't know how you guys feel about that. Thiago being chucked straight into the Liverpool team against Arsenal. It is at Anfield, so you get a bit of protection at home, I suppose. But I'm thinking of it and looking at it. We've probably got no choice. We've probably got no choice. And I hope it's a change of formation if they put Thiago in. Because, look, put it this way. Thiago's been out since February, yeah? And if we just throw Thiago back in a team that he's been out for 3 months of injury, right? And we throw him straight back in against Arsenal. And we play 4-3-3 against Arsenal. And Thiago's got to run about and play high lines and press in midfield and be a 6 and an 8. That's terrible. That's a terrible idea. You know, you got your star midfielders come back after 3 months of injury, and you put him in a 4-3-3 where he's got to run about, press the midfield, counter press, be a 6 and an 8 at the same time. That's a madness for me. So I'm hoping if they're thinking about bringing Thiago back for Arsenal, they're changing formation a little bit. You know, play him in a double pivot, something like that, like he used to do. You know, play him in a double pivot, man. Play him in a double pivot. I don't want to see a Hendo Milner midfield. We ended the Chelsea game with Fabinho, Hendo, and Milner in midfield. We cannot start against Arsenal We need some creative outlet. We need something in that midfield, and he's got to throw. Look, personally, I think the midfield might be Fabinho, Thiago, Elliott if he plays 4-3-3. I don't want him to play 4-3-3, but if he's going to play 4-3-3 against Arsenal, I think it will be Fabinho, Thiago, and Harvey Elliott. I wouldn't be shocked. Henderson can't play. I do not want to see Jordan Henderson playing for Liverpool against Arsenal at Anfield. I just don't, guys. I'll get to that more in a minute. What else did he say in that press conference? Not a lot, really. You know, talking about that he saw more intensity and drive and passion against Chelsea. I didn't see any of that. And I'm not just saying that for views and likes and clicks and all that nonsense. I'm not just saying that. Have a go at the manager and be one of them guys. I'm not. I honestly did not see a difference in that Liverpool game to the City game. Did anyone else in the live chat right now, there's 131 beautiful people here, did any of you actually see a difference? Was there more passion? Was there more intensity? Was there more drive? I mean, because I didn't see any of it. Look, as we keep saying, if Havertz could shoot, he would have scored at least 2 goals against us. So it would have been exactly the same. So it's madness. We can't play 4-3-3. You know, they're the things coming out of this press conference, really. Virgil's back, so Virgil was just ill. Virgil weren't being dropped. But by the way, I know Virgil's poor at the moment. I know Virgil's not the best Virgil at the moment, but I have him over Matip every day of the week. That Matip that played against Chelsea, I don't want to see ever again. I'm done. I'm done with Matip as far as I'm concerned. I don't know. Looking at that Matip against Chelsea, I was like, nah, you're done, mate. You're done out here. Let's move on. Yeah? Virgil's got to play. Even if Virgil's not at his best yet, I'll take a one-legged Virgil over Matip right now. So, yeah, Virgil comes straight back in that team, no doubt. I think Thiago does as well. I will get to... That's right. I just want to talk about Jordan Henderson, then we're going to talk about this investment stuff that I've been seeing and I've found as well, some news on it. Jordan Henderson can't play against Arsenal. Now, I've been saying this for a while now, and people sometimes agree with me, sometimes don't, but I think this is the truth. Jordan Henderson is Jurgen Klopp's number 1 midfielder. I don't think that's a bad statement to make. I think it's a pretty obvious statement. Jordan Henderson is Jurgen Klopp's number 1 midfielder in his eyes. And the reason I say that is because when Hendo's fit, he plays. It's as simple as that. When he's fit, he plays. No matter who we play against, Hendo plays. I know if we got a big game, Hendo will probably play. And it's quite obvious to me, it's quite obvious to you guys and a lot of people watching that Hendo can't do it anymore. And I'm not going to sit here and bash Jordan Henderson for the years of service he's gave Liverpool, because I'll be fair to Jordan Henderson. He was part of the reason we won Premier League. He was part of the reason we had a Champions League, a Super Cup, a World Club Championship. Now, he was the driving force in our team. I'm not going to slag him off for that, yeah? Maybe never a quality footballer, but he was the driving force in our team with his leadership, yeah? He can't do that no more. He's not that driving force in our team no more. And this is not me having a go at him. People might go, oh, my captain and all this nonsense. And, you know, like, he's going to be 34. What is he, 33 now? How long do we keep him, man? How long do we keep him? How long do we keep Jordan Henderson? He's got 2 years left in the deal. He's not going nowhere. And this is another thing I'm worried about our summer transfer business at the same time, guys. This is what I'm worried about with our summer transfer business as well. Jordan Henderson should not be at our football club next season. If we want to move on and adapt and be able to change systems and things like that. Hendo should not be here next season. Big up escape. Like, if Bellingham's here next season, Bellingham probably plays a Henderson. Wouldn't shock me. Hendo will probably go to a more limited role next season, granted, if we get the midfielders in. But is he even good enough to come off the subs bench no more as a squad player? We've got to think of all these things, guys. Is he even good enough to come off the bench now as a squad player? Can he do what James Milner does? Look, I personally think James Milner is a far better footballer than Jordan Henderson. But James Milner is also more versatile. James Milner can play right back. James Milner can play right midfield. James Milner's played left back for a whole season before. Played left back for a whole season. He's more versatile, Jordan Henderson. So what's Jordan going to give us off the bench? He's just going to be a number 6. Is that what we're keeping Henderson around for? Are we keeping Henderson around for next season to keep him as a number 6? Is that it? Is that literally it? Are we just keeping him around for work rate and being at number 6? Because he can't do that no more. I'd rather keep Milner. Like, I'm going to say it right now. I'd rather keep Milner and Henderson. Because you think about it like this, guys. If Henderson is meant to take the Milner role, next season. If Henderson's meant to take the Milner role next season, Henderson's nowhere near as versatile as Milner. What if we need a backup right back to come in, for 20 minutes? Henderson can't play right back. Yeah. What if we need a number 8 to come on? Henderson can't play the number 8 anymore. Right midfield. I'd rather Milner came on in them positions for 10, 15, 20 minutes. I really would. I'll trust him a little bit more. So Henderson's not as versatile as Milner. He's not as a good player as Milner. The only thing Henderson's got on Milner is age, because he's a few years younger. But I'd literally rather keep Milner for another year and let Henderson go this summer. We've got to move on. If you go think of it like that. But I want them both gone. In fairness, I'd rather have Milner and Henderson both gone. We have got... Look, next season, guys, we've got to take everything out of our mind for next season, yeah? Next season is going to be another transitional season. Liverpool are not going to be back next season. So everyone's got his thoughts that Liverpool are going to be fighting for titles and that next season. We're not. We're going to be fighting for 4th place next season. Between 5th and 4th. That's what we're going to be fighting for next season, yeah? So Liverpool we need to get that out of our mindset. And if we need a transition, we got to start by getting rid of some of these players over the next year or two. Really have. I never see Curtis Jones being a Liverpool player full time. He ain't good enough. Curtis Jones is not good enough to be a full-time Liverpool player. It just ain't. He's 22 now. He's been here since he was a kid. He's not really broken into the first team. Harvey Elliott broke into the first team at a younger age and plays more games than Curtis Jones. Harvey Elliott broke his leg, came back months and months later, and went straight back into the first team. Curtis Jones ain't in front of Harvey Elliott. Now, people might not like that. People might think Curtis Jones is a better footballer. But the fact of the matter is, Jurgen Klopp believes that Harvey Elliott's the answer. And if Curtis Jones can't get in front of an 18-year-old, 19-year-old, what chance has he got ever playing for Liverpool Football Club? Let him go. We got to move on. Big up Jenny in the chat. How you doing well, Jenny? Now we need to move on. We need to move on as a team. This is me just talking as a passionate Liverpool fan. People might not have to agree with me, and guys, you don't have to agree with me. You can have your own decisions and your own options and your own choices, and that's fine. But this is me just talking as a passionate Liverpool fan. It's looking at my football club right now, and it's in a disarray. It's in a mess. I've been watching quite a lot of Liverpool channels the last few hours before I went live here this afternoon, all morning. I've been watching a few Liverpool channels and some brand new Liverpool channels that I've never watched before. And I was listening to these. I was listening to other channels and listening to their, because what I try and do is listen to fan channels like myself. I'm a fan channel. Coppish are a fan channel. Anfield. All these channels, are all fan channels. Jerry James Show, fan channel. They're all fan channels. And, Red Men TV, as great as they are, and the Anfield Rappers, great as they are, they're all polished. You watch them, they're all polished. They're all in studios, a lot of money behind them. It's a polished thing, and they talk about stuff where, they go talk about the club in a positive light sometimes because it helped, it's part of their job. And so I don't listen to them as much. I listen to fan channels a lot because we are the fans at the end of the day who've got a view. And a lot of people are saying the same things about Jurgen at the moment. Is that I've seen a lot of fans not turning on Jurgen. There's no one really turning on him as much unless there's people already turned on him already and they're just keeping with it. I'm not, big up to people who want to. I'm not going to tell them no. And there's people that have been so positive about Jurgen. I see it on Twitter as well. A lot of positive Liverpool tweets out there that just hate the ownership but love Jurgen. Even they're starting to go, hang on, there's something not quite right here with Jurgen. We can't keep defending him all the time when he makes the same mistake every single week. Every single week we make the same mistake. Tactically and the way we set up is the same every single week. Nothing changed. Nothing adapts. I know you can say Klopp's maybe wasting talent. I mean, big up to Luke and Rick from the 1892 Reds TV. I was watching a bit of theirs last night as well. Another good fan channel you should go and subscribe to. And they were basically saying, they had a question there. How many young players has Jurgen Klopp actually developed at Liverpool? I think it was at Liverpool. How many young players has Jurgen Klopp actually developed into better players? That weren't already just on the cusp of being something, and then, Klopp took them the rest of the way. I mean, it's a good question. It's a good question. I don't know if Klopp really likes youngsters that much. I'm not sure. I think just Trent is the only one that comes to mind. But is Trent actually that developed? Let's talk about Trent. Is Trent actually that developed and that coached? Because Trent Alexander-Arnold, if you watch Trent from the youth team to having his first game at Liverpool, he's always been excellent going forward. He's always had this ability on the ball. But has he actually been coached defensively? As Trent in all the time, he's been in Liverpool's first team for the number of years now, has Trent been coached defensively? Has he been coached defensively? Great going forward. It always has been. You only go and watch him in the youth team. Trent was a dynamic in the youth team. Always had that ability. Always had that ability. But if we wanted to make him a right back for Liverpool Football Club, because you've got to remember, Trent was a midfielder. Klopp and his team went to the youth team and asked them to train to get Trent ready as a right back for the first team. No one's ever coached Trent to be a right back. No one's ever coached him defensively. We're sitting here now in 2023. What is it? Trent, 24 years of age? 24 years of age, Trent Alexander-Arnold. And we're still asking him to be coached defensively. And no one don't think that's a problem. No one doesn't think that's a problem. Of course it's an issue. It's a massive problem. That's not just on Klopp, by the way. That's his coaching team. His coaching team should be looking at Trent and going, why haven't we developed Trent into a better defensive fullback without ruining his forward game? Why haven't we got Trent a little bit better defensively? No, it's all about coaching, man. It's all about coaching. And Trent was never a right back anyway. He was a midfielder in the youth team. that Liverpool wanted him as a right back. So if you wanted him as a right back, why was he never coached to be one? I mean, it's a question to be asked, guys. There's nothing wrong with asking these questions. There's nothing wrong with it. If you've got someone who's a midfielder, and you've gone to your youth coach, like Klopp did, and goes, I want him in the first team, but I want him as a right back, right? I want him as a right back. So if Klopp wanted him as a right back, why has he never been coached as a right back? He's great going forward. It always has been Trent, even in the youth team, as I keep saying. He's got that natural ability to do what he does going forward. There's no doubt about that. But he hasn't got the natural ability to defend. And that should be coached into him. I shouldn't be asking a 24-year-old now who should be at that level to start learning to defend at 24. I shouldn't be asking it. What are we going to do? 25, 26, he'll sit here and go, Trent can't defend. That's madness. Absolute madness to me. Absolute madness. Trent has to defend better. And that's down to coaching. Yes, Trent's at fault as well, but it's down to coaching at the same time. Yeah? Down to coaching at the same time. And we've got quite a few players like that in our team. You know, that look like they lack coaching at times. They really do. I look at Carvalho. I personally think we wasted Carvalho's first year at Liverpool. I really do. I think we've wasted Carvalho's first year at Liverpool. When we're buying a Carvalho, we should be knowing what we're buying. Yeah, you're buying a number 10, a little tricky player who likes to play in behind a striker, likes to have likes freedom, likes to be creative, likes to set up, likes to play 1-2s, can score the odd goal here and there, but it's a creative player who plays with freedom. Yeah. So we know what we should be buying. So if we know what we're buying, but our team is not set up for that just yet, why didn't we loan him out for a year? Literally, why didn't we loan him out for a year when we bought him? If we're buying a player that we knew that doesn't suit the way we play right now, because we don't play over 10, right? And we're changing the way we play. We knew Mane was leaving. We knew we were buying Darwin Nunez. We knew some of these players are getting older, so couldn't play the way they wanted to before. You know, Trent had issues last season and had issues coming to this season. Why did we look at Carvalho and go, you know what? Why didn't we just let Carvalho go on loan this whole year? Playing the position that he plays brilliantly, playing a lower Premier League team. I mean, Carvalho could kick in the Brighton. Carvalho at Brighton would have been cooking. You know, imagine Carvalho behind Evan Ferguson right now. Jesus Christ, we're cooking. We wasted Carvalho's first year. We literally wasted it. And I don't know what we're doing with him. I don't see no coaching being done with him. I don't know what we're doing, Carvalho. Curtis Jones. What has Curtis Jones done? What have we done with Curtis Jones? Curtis Jones is 22 years of age now. Yes, he gets a lot of injuries. But what have we done with Curtis? I don't know where Curtis plays. Does anyone know Curtis Jones's position on the pitch? Is he a centre midfielder? Is he a left mid? Is he a left winger? Is he a number 10? No one knows. And because no one knows, because he hasn't been coached properly. I think there's a player in Curtis Jones. I honestly do. I look at Curtis Jones, what he does on the pitch, and I think, you know what? There's a player in Curtis Jones. You just need to pull it out of him. You need to pull that player out from him. He needs good coaching. Why aren't we coaching him? You know what? Why aren't these players getting better? And if they are not getting better, and they come back, say they came back and said, yeah, Carvalho's being coached, definitely being coached. He's just not up to it. Then let him go. If he's not up for it, let him go. Why do we keep players too long? If these players are not up for it no more, if they're not coached properly, or they can't be coached properly, and they're not up to it, and you know you made a mistake in the transfer market, let them go. What's the point of keeping them if they never go to play? We've still got Reece Williams on our books. Reece Williams is still on Liverpool's books. Why? Like, literally, why? Why is Reece Williams still on Liverpool's books? He's never going to make it. Let him go. Why are they still here? Joe Gomez has been here for what? 8 years now? 8 years Joe Gomez has been here now? Something like that? I think he came the year before Klopp came, didn't he? So what is it? 8 years Joe Gomez at Liverpool? I'd say he's had 6 to 9 good months in a Liverpool shirt in all that time. And I'm not even lying there. Think about it, guys. Deep down, think about it. Go think about in your head about Joe Gomez's career at Liverpool. Think how many good games Joe Gomez has had in them 8 years at Liverpool, yeah? Right? Really think about it. 6 to 9 months in them 8 years of actually being good and being consistent. Got to think about these things. Yeah, people will go, oh, yeah, he played. Yeah, I remember when he first signed, we used him as left back. What did he play? 3 or 4 games that time? Then everyone go, yeah, then he was great with Virgil when we won the Premier League that year. Yeah, the Champions League that year. When we won the Champions League and finished with 97 points. Well, how many months of the season did Gomez play in that season? 4? 4 months of the season? Then got injured, then Matip took over. Yeah. Yeah. You can't. It's everyone forgets. You know, he's had like 9 good months in total. He's had 9 good months in total. Need to let him go. Need to let him go. We just got to get rid of players, man. Let players go. Let's talk about this investment stuff before I keep ranting on. So Liverpool Football Club investment relatively well advanced and deal is possible this season. A reliable Liverpool journalist has described talks over investment as relatively well advanced with a deal possible before the season ends. So I don't know if anyone caught the call-in show on Wednesday night. I think we had someone called Frankie came in on the call-in show who's from Singapore. I think he's from Singapore, he said he was. And he was talking about, is it GIC? Was going to invest into Liverpool. And it's a lot of talk about that in Singapore right now. He broke a little bit of news for us on Wednesday night. Then I had a phone call last night from my mate who said, have you heard about this news as well? And then I found an article on it on This Is Anfield's website as well. So this is coming from This Is Anfield's website as well. By the way, the Wednesday night call-in show was tremendous. I hope you guys all enjoyed that. Everyone was great. Very heated, passionate Liverpool debate, which we absolutely love over here on the channel. Absolutely love it. Yeah, more Wednesday nights is always going to be the call-in show now. We're going to try and make it the best call-in show on any football channel on YouTube. That's what we're going to try and do, yeah? We're going to try and rival Coppish for their Friday night call-in show. I'm coming for you, boys. I'm coming for you. All right. Fenway Sports Group began to accelerate with their search for new investments into Liverpool in November, with talks taking place over the past 5 months. Speculation over an outright sale was quashed in February when John W. Henry confirmed that FSG would hold on to their asset, while March brought news that a major media companies were involved. One of those were Liberty Media, who owns Formula One, along with other entities, although it remains to be seen whether a deal with the American group will be secured. Progress appears to have been made in talks, however, and that talks are suggested to be relatively well advanced. The journalist added that he got the impression it was possible something would be agreed before the end of the season. While it's not definite news, it is encouraging that as FSG seek to bring in further funds ahead of a summer transfer window, with the season ending on May the 28th. FSG President Mike Gordon recently resumed duties in running the club after a break over the winter to provide more stability within the process. The immediate departure of Sporting Director Julian Ward is an ongoing concern, however, with the transfer chief set to leave at the end of the campaign in June. Though he would expect Wolves' replacement to be sorted over the next month, with other sources reporting that this would be an external appointment. As Liverpool look to work towards a vital rebuild project this summer, it seems as though the pieces are starting to fall into place. FSG retain a majority shareholding whenever a new investment is announced. So, yeah, there's a lot of news about this. I think there will be. I personally think there will be investment into this football club. There's a lot of talk about transfers at the moment in this football club. FSG know they have to build this club up again. There's no doubt about that. As I keep saying to you guys all the time, FSG are all about making profits. You can't make profits out of a football club if it's falling apart. You know, you just can't. It'd be interesting to see what everything's like next May. When we get to next April, because we're not going to be in the Champions League. Wages will probably take a dip. Be interesting to see what the outcome is there. They like to be a profitable company wherever they are, FSG. And the problem is Liverpool won't be a profitable company if we keep falling down and down in the league and can't rebuild. Champions League is a must for Liverpool Football Club. It always has been. It always will be. Revenue from the Champions League is massive. Our commercial revenue at the moment is through the roof because of Champions League success in recent years. I think we've got to 3 finals in the last 5 years, winning one of them. That's helped with commercial revenue massively. We're a global brand. We're getting more global sponsors all the time at the football club. Different shirt deals, sleeves deals, lots of different advertisement around the club, a lot of commercial revenue. But that will start to go away if Liverpool don't succeed. Do you remember when Adidas were a Liverpool kit sponsor? And because Liverpool couldn't get in Champions League football, Adidas pulled away from Liverpool and we signed with Reebok. Does everyone remember that? And then that is the problem with Nike as well. Nike are bringing a lot of money to the table. Look, they make terrible kits, but they bring a lot of money to the table. But if Liverpool ain't succeeding and ain't doing what Nike want in that deal, and Liverpool are just a mid-table team, then money's going to have to be. That's why money's going to have to be spent this summer. FSG know that, but FSG also a bit tight as well. We know this, so they're looking for investment. Now, people will say, "Why would you invest into this football club? You know, when you're not going to see much in return." It all depends what they're promised, I suppose. You know, the more you invest, sometimes the more you invest, eventually you might take a full control of a football club. You know, you might put in 10. I think a 10% stake gets you 300 million or something like that. That's what Liverpool are looking at right now. A 10% stake into the club, which is 300 million, which we're giving into transfer funds. But as I say, they've got no choice but to spend. This team's falling apart. It's falling apart at the seams right now. And as I keep saying, just getting Jude Bellingham next season is not going to make Liverpool a title contending team again next season. It just ain't. This whole team needs changing, man. It's going to take at least 4 transfer windows, but it all has to start this summer with a massive transfer window, guys. It has to. £200 to £300 million has to be spent this summer, without a shadow of a doubt. It's got to be a big transfer window for this football club. Huge. The positivity going into next season will be at a bigger high in Liverpool have a big summer transfer window. Without a shadow of a doubt. I'll be happier. I suppose everyone in the chat right now, you'd all be happier as well. You know, just give the team a lift. The players are talking about it now. You've got Virgil van Dijk and Kanate in recent weeks have come out and said the club needs new players, need the investment into the football team to go again. So even the players are talking about it. The players know about it. So if they're talking about it publicly to us lot, imagine what they're talking about privately when we can't hear them, when they're chatting amongst themselves. They're probably talking about it all the time. So things need to change. This summer's massive. Investment has to happen. I think investment will happen. I think it's GIC, is that the company in Singapore? That looks like it is the favourite at the moment. And look, people invest into companies all the time. People invest their money into companies all the time. You know, they're getting a 10% stake of Liverpool Football Club. You know, they go and make their money back if Liverpool are successful. So if they're putting 10% stake into the football club, they get Liverpool transfer money to spend, and they're successful. They go and make their money back. So when people say, why would they? What companies have investment all the time, guys, all the time, and that's what I'm hoping for. That's what I'm hoping for. Let me get some of your comments. Big up, Captain Sal. That was an epic show Wednesday. Big up to you, my man. I like Utter Carnage. Keep that up. Big up to you. Big up Eddie in the house. How you doing, man? Jane, like I keep saying to everybody, it's not Jurgen FC, it's Liverpool FC, and I think this is where the confusion comes on every day. I think Jurgen's bigger in the club. Yeah, exactly. Big up Edward in the chat. Big up Bailey in the chat. Big up Aaron as well. Big up Bailey. More fake news, says Stephen. More fake news. I don't think it is, man. I don't think it is. Since we don't have Champions League football in the future, is ideal, yet. FSG 2.0, he said. Love coffee, but they're time keep. We'll say 3 minutes each. It will go 1:25. My ears are still covered, but classic. Yeah, they're great. GIC Singapore need to explain their plans and vision for Liverpool. Very important. Don't want FSG 2.0. That you don't. 5 roots. Stephen's not having it. Stephen's not having it. That's fair enough, man. That's wait and see. That's wait and see, man. That's wait and see. Yeah, I think Klopp said Virgil is fit to play. 33, 35%, 1.6 billion GRC Singapore. Big up Kyle Soso. 350. That's funny, James. That's happening. Yeah, I think it might be big up Stubbs in the house as well. Big up to you. You're feeling good, my man. Big up John. Elaborate on why you think Darwin could be sold. Right, my Darwin thing here. So let's talk about Darwin Nunez for a second as well. Because I'm confused with Darwin Nunez right now and what Liverpool are trying to do. So I'm waiting for next season to really to understand what we're doing as a football club right now. I look at Jota. So Jota plays. That would it surprise me that Jota played against Arsenal on Sunday? No. Should Jota play against Arsenal on Sunday? No. Jota should be nowhere near the Arsenal team Sunday, again playing against Arsenal Sunday. Nowhere near it, right? But he probably will. Jota's played more minutes in the last few games than Darwin Nunez has, right? And Jota's been out longer with injury. I don't know. I don't know if this is true. I can't find this out. I can't find this out just yet. But I think Darwin's never completed 90 minutes for Liverpool yet. I can't be sure on that. But I don't know if Darwin's completed 9 minutes for Liverpool yet. Now, Darwin coming off against Chelsea the other day was one of the daftest, stupidest decisions I've ever seen in my life. Keeping Jota on the pitch, but taking Darwin off made absolutely zero sense. I'm not sure if Klopp's totally convinced by Darwin. I'm not quite sure yet if he's totally and utterly convinced by him. Gakpo, as I keep saying, is a left winger that came to Liverpool in January and played centre forward. Darwin Nunez, who came in the summer, was bought as a centre forward, but now plays left wing for the Dutch man that came in January, who's a left winger that actually plays centre forward. That's how confusing it is. If I'm confused at it, you've got to think what the players are confused with. Obviously, Darwin says he still doesn't understand a lot what's going on, the English and all that. Gakpo speaks perfect English, so it's probably much easier for Gakpo to settle into Liverpool more than Darwin Nunez, and that's a fair assumption. I've heard news that Darwin's actually quite homesick and has not settled into Liverpool at all yet, into the city, into the country, or anything like that. he's not settled at all. I don't know if that's true. But it's something not quite right for me at the moment. There's definitely something not quite right with the Darwin stuff. Didn't he play 90 minutes against Rangers? I know it's not league, but is that the only one? Rangers? That's mad. Yeah, there's rumours Darwin's not understanding the coaching. So why haven't we got an interpreter there to help Darwin get through it? If Darwin's not understanding the coaching, that's down on the coaching, because they should have a interpreter there that's helping Darwin settle anyway. That's getting Darwin, when we're doing the training sessions and all that, it's helping Darwin out. If I was Darwin as well, I would be confused as well. Because as I said, Darwin was brought in the summer as Liverpool's brand new striker, as Liverpool's brand new number 9. And he came to Liverpool and plays left wing. So, and I'd be confused as well. I'd be sitting there, Darwin, like, why have you brought Gakpo and then playing him striker? Do you know what I bet Darwin thought? Oh, right, they're buying Gakpo, who's a creative left winger. That's cool. He'll help me create goals, and I can go back to being the number 9 and score goals again. Yeah, that's excellent. They're getting help for me. This is brilliant. And they're like, no. Darwin, you're going to stay left wing. Gakpo's going to go centre forward, and you're going to create for let that sink in, guys. Let this sink in for a minute. Let this all settle this down, and let this all sink in for 1 second. Gakpo is a left winger. He's like a Luis Diaz. He can score goals and he can create, yeah? And he's very good at doing that sort of stuff, right? But we're going to play Gakpo as a striker, and we're going to play Darwin Nunez as a left winger who can't create. Darwin Nunez is not a creator. He can't create. Darwin Nunez can't cross the ball. So when you watch Darwin Nunez play left wing, do you know what he always does? Because Darwin Nunez can't cross the ball, he cuts inside. Because he cuts inside, he wants to get on his strong foot. Because why? He's a striker and he wants to get a shot away. That's what Darwin wants to do. He doesn't want to create. It's mad. It's mad. Big up Mixed Bit. He played a lot on the left. He played 15 games for Benfica on the left, I believe, last season. A lot of things, though, with Benfica, he played off a striker so he could drift out onto the left. That's the thing at Benfica. I was talking to a Benfica fan not too long ago. I was actually talking to an actual Portuguese Benfica fan not too long ago, and he was telling me about Darwin. And Darwin plays best off another striker, and he can drift out into them wide positions. It's like Thierry Henry. Thierry Henry is naturally left-sided, yeah? But when he played in the centre-forward position, he played right up top and he played off Dennis Bergkamp, yeah? Because he played off Dennis Bergkamp, Thierry Henry could then naturally drift off to the left-hand side of the pitch in a natural way, yeah? He didn't start on the left. He did when he first started at Arsenal, and then he made him a striker. But starting off the left and drifting in is a completely different thing to playing off somebody and allowed to drift out. That's what Darwin's great at. He likes playing off a striker. That's what this Benfica fan told me. You play him off the striker, you play him off someone who's a figure point, you play him off him, and he can drift out to the wide and in areas. But we're starting Darwin out wide, which don't suit his game because he's not a crosser of a ball. He's not a crosser. He can't create out there. You need him to drift, like Kay said. That's it. It was a 4-4-2 at Benfica as the left striker. Exactly. So he played up top and could drift out wide. It's so different to being a left-sided winger drifting in. It's a completely different world. It's a completely different world. And it doesn't help either. Darwin can't play in a 4-3-3. This is again coaching and scouting. Darwin is not a striker who can play the number 9 in a 4-3-3. He's not a sole striker. He can't do that job. He can't do that job. He's not like a Haaland. He can't play as a sole striker with Mo Salah out really wide, Luis Diaz out really wide, and then Diaz and Salah then cutting in. If you've got two wingers that cut in, then the striker, like Diaz, is going to have no space because Diaz as a striker wants to run into space. That's why he's very good starting as a two up top and drifting out because you create that space for him. He can't do that if you've got two wingers that come inside. Then Darwin can't go anywhere. You know, he's stuck. So he can't really play as a lone striker. So we have to change it up again. That is why Gakpo is playing this false nine right now. That's why Gakpo is playing the false nine, because what Gakpo does is what Jurgen likes. He likes that number 9 that can drop deep, and then what then the false 9 does, the false 9 creates openings for the wide players. That's what the false 9 does. So the false 9 drops deep and then creates openings and gaps for your wide players to run into. And that's why Gakpo plays, and that's why Darwin plays on the left, because Darwin's got what Klopp likes. P&P, power and pace. That's what he's got out there. Stick him out there on the left-hand side. He's got P&P. It works to Klopp's system. But unfortunately, it doesn't work for Darwin Nunez. And that's why Darwin Nunez gets subbed off quite a lot, because, you know, he's not performing as much as he should be, because he's sort of playing out of position and playing a position that don't suit him. Big up, my friend, with the super chat. I really appreciate it. Sachiv, is it? Big up to you. Burma, big up to you. 4-4-2 is a good formation for Darwin Nunez. I agree. I think I said this the other day. I'd like to see Gakpo and Darwin up top together. Do that. If you're going to play Gakpo as a number 9, because he can drop deep, play Gakpo and Darwin up front together in a 4-4-2. I bet that works. Because Gakpo, if you're going to play him there, Gakpo naturally drops deep, yeah? So if Gakpo naturally drops deep, Darwin's got someone he can play off. You know, that like that Henri Bergkamp sort of thing, right? I'm not comparing them. I'm just saying that's what it's like. And then you've got Darwin can play off somebody. If you're going to play Gakpo, play Darwin and Gakpo together in a 4-4-2. You know? But then you obviously go, what about Mo Salah? What do you do about Mo Salah? Well, we got to evolve. This football team has to evolve eventually. It can't keep playing the same way all the time. If we're buying these new strikers in, if these new strikers are the future, if Darwin Nunez is the future and Gakpo is the future, let's start fucking using them, and the future starts today. Why can't the future start today? Let's change it up a bit. Because we're crap. Let's do something different. Let's play 4-4-2. Do it properly. We got Gareth of good news, guys. Singapore are a new investment. Yeah, so that's apparently is Go Invest. Is the GIC people at Singapore that apparently have a wealth richer than the Qatar guys. So, you know, that could be the way Liverpool are going right now, and that could be why. Jamie should be assistant manager for Klopp. He's very similar to Torres. Yeah. And that is a great point by Nick. He's very similar to Torres, yeah? And Torres' best moments in his career come in playing with Steven Gerrard. Torres was the number 9. Gerrard played number 10 behind him. Yeah? Who set Torres up for most of his goals? Stevie. Because they played off each other. Beautiful combination. They were great. I remember everyone saying they reminded everyone of, like, was it Russian Dalglish, weren't it? Everyone said they compared them to. Because Torres was your number 9. Gerrard just played behind. And they played off each other. It was beautiful. Yeah, Gakpo come out in an interview lately and said he's confused by his new position. Well, he better get used to it. He better get used to it, because it's happening. It's absolutely happening. Big up Mike in the house. I'd rather us play an entire new system for the rest of the season and lose out and continue to watch 4-3-3. I agree. That's part of my thinking as well. that's part of my thinking as well. If I'm worried that we're not transferring into a new system next season, because I think if we were starting to transfer into a new system next year, we'd start to see signs of it now. You know, giving it a go. Against play 3-5-2 against Arsenal. Why not? Try something different. Put Trent Alexander-Arnold where he's meant to play, right wing back. He's not a right back. He's a right wing back. Put him in the position he's meant to play in. Go with a pivot of Thiago and bloody Fabinho. Put Gakpo in the 10. Darwin Nunez up top with Bobby Firmino. Do something different. Why not? Nothing else is working. Change it up a bit. I'm trying to see a difference. We got Mr. Conway in the house. Did Gakpo score his goal against United from left wing? Nunez would not have scored that goal from left wing. Exactly, Jamie. Big up to you, my man. Big up to you. Big up Black Hammer in the house. How you doing, my man? How you doing? Are you doing good? Yeah, so that's it on the GIC stuff, guys. So yeah, apparently, so they're looking at. I've read the report here. So they're looking at hopefully investment in the end of the season. I think some kind of investment's going to come in because, as I said, Liverpool are going to have a big summer this summer, and they got no choice because of things happening. There's a lot of talk about a certain McAllister at Brighton. I don't know if you guys have seen the chat about this all over Twitter by various Twitter accounts. I don't know if any of them are true. But I also saw a certain Liverpool journalist talking about McAllister. That Liverpool are very interested in him. I think Liverpool, Arsenal, Man United are very interested in him. I don't know if McAllister suits our team, the way we want to play. I've always thought McAllister would suit Man City. I just don't know if McAllister suits Liverpool the way we want to play. To buy someone like a McAllister and a Bellingham, that would be changing the system, which I'd hope would be the case. But I don't know. I don't know about that one. Yeah, it's investment into Liverpool Football Club, not FSG this time. Big up Black Hammer. Yeah, the Redbird stuff was an investment into FSG, but this would be actual investment into Liverpool Football Club. The rumours is it's at a 10% stake into Liverpool is what FSG are looking to sell. Big up Pac-Man in house. How you doing, man? Yeah, McAllister would suit City. I don't think he'd suit Liverpool or Arsenal. I think he'd suit Man City. Yeah, 35%, something like that. It's around that percentage, ain't it? It's around. Hopefully, it's a good percentage. I think what the whole idea of it is that if they come in as investors, say they do come in, this is all hyper, of course, because we don't know if it's completely true or not. It's a story going around at the moment. I got this off the Insis Anfield website, which is quite a good source of stuff, to be fair. And obviously we had Frankie on the phone on the call-in show on Wednesday, who actually lives in Singapore, and he was talking about that's all the chat in Singapore at the moment. So he would know better than us, I suppose. And look, if they come in, they might take a percentage of a club as investment, and then they might grow their investment through the years that being at Liverpool, I suppose. A bit like what happened at Arsenal, I think, when eventually they take over the club entirely. But that'll probably be what I think might happen eventually. Yeah, it's more than 10. Wicked. As long as it's more than 10. I've seen that they're also looking for a full takeover down the line. Don't know if they've already covered it. Yeah, I think that's what. So I think what they do, they come in, put a little bit of investment in. I think like the boys are saying in the chat, about 30 to 35% investment, and then maybe in a couple of years' time they up their investment and buy more stake and go up to 50%, and then they get that majority and go 51%, and then they own the football club. I think that's how you go about it. That's why Liverpool are starting from a investment only, I think, instead of full takeover. But yeah, that's what's going on. But look, what we're going to do right now, we're going to pick the team that think that Liverpool are going to play against Arsenal. Don't forget, tonight at 6 p.m. We're going to pick the team now because tonight at 6 p.m. we've got a big show on the channel at 6 p.m. tonight. We've got a Gal on the show. We've got Tariq on the show. I think Guna Lee was going to try and make it. I don't know if he's going to still make it because it's Easter weekend. And we've got Ensman for the Liverpool side. So we've got a packed show at 6 o'clock tonight going deep on the Liverpool-Arsenal game. But what we're going to do now is just go pick the team. We're going to pick our team that should play against Arsenal tomorrow on Sunday. Big up Jen with a super sticker, massive super sticker. Thank you very much. Jen is a living legend. Thank you very much. I do really, really appreciate it more than you think, guys. I've got 127 people in the chat, but I've only got 67 likes, guys. Actually, 131 people in the chat and only 67 likes. What's going on, guys? That's getting them likes up to 100 if we can. That is the target for every single video. So if you've not done so far, please go and press that fun button underneath our video right now. That fun button right there. Go and press it. If you've not pressed it so far, get them likes up to 100. I would really, really appreciate it. Big up to all of you. Thank you for being here as always. Yeah, I love a gal. I love a gal. Big up Paul in the house. How you doing, Paul? So GIC from Singapore. Paul, you know the Frankie guy we had on the chat on Wednesday when he was talking about it, the GIC guys from Singapore. And then I found an article on This Is Anfield website that's talking about it more as well. So, yeah, it looks like it could be that. Looks like it could be that. Big up, my man. How you doing? Hope you're doing well. Hope you're doing well. Isn't Leicester owned by Singapore owners? I think they are. Yeah, they are, yeah. Right, let's do this team. Hang on. Share the screen with you guys. Right, guys, what formation do you want to play? What formation? How close is it? I don't know how close it is at the moment. They're saying it could happen at the end of the season. Who knows? It's let's just keep our fingers crossed. I ain't promising anything, by the way, guys. I'm not promising anything. So let me just put that out there right now. I'm not promising this will happen. It's rumors. I'm just bringing the rumors to you and hoping it's true. We had Frankie on Wednesday night on the call-in show from Singapore actually tell us about it as well. Then I found this news and I found this article and this is Anfield's website. So I'm just giving you the news, guys. I'm not actually saying this is happening. So don't come for me if you don't. 3 at the back. What are we playing? 4-2-3-1, 4-2-4. Does Klopp change it up? Does Jurgen Klopp change it up? Or do we go 4-3-3, do you reckon? What do you reckon? Does Klopp change it up? Because I think we might go 4-2-3-1. If Thiago's back, we might go somewhere like 4-2-3-1. Let's go with this for a minute. Because if he won't, sadly. Let's go with this for a minute. Because if Thiago's back, we'll go whack Thiago in, obviously. Right. This is the easiest pick out of them all. Edison Becker. Right, who plays right back, guys? Who plays right back? Let me know in the chat right now. Who's playing right back? Who's playing right back? Mike says Gomez. Turtle turd. Turtle turd in the chat with a. There's a heck of a name, Turtle turd. Yeah, that's what I'm going with as well. We all going Gomez at the back. I think Trent will play personally. Is Martinelli fit? Is Martinelli fit? Does anyone know? We got any gooners in the chat? Is Martinelli fit? I'm not sure if Martinelli's fit. Because if Martinelli's fit, do you play Martinelli? And if Martinelli's fit, do you play Trent? Do you play Trent if Martinelli's fit? Let me know in the chat, guys. Right, we're going to play Gomez then. We're going to play Joey G. Right, let's put Gomez there. Centre-back pairing. Centre-back pairing. Centre-back pairing. Who are we going with at centre-back? Who are we going to play at centre-back? Let me know your centre-back pairings right now, guys. Virgin Canate. Virgin Canate. Well, actually. Eboot. Verge. Left back. Who are we playing left back, guys? Who's playing left back, guys? Who's playing left back? I'll probably go Robbo because Simicast put in a terrible performance the other day. Simicast's performance the other day was not good, guys. So I think I'm going to go Robbo there. I think I'm going to go Robbo. Right. So we're going to play a double pivot in this team, guys. We're going to play a double pivot in this 4-2-3-1 because I think Thiago's going to play. Big up Uncle Rod's in the chat, and my man, as always, big up Uncle Rod's. Guys, don't forget to go and subscribe to Anfield Uncle Rod's. Go and subscribe to his YouTube channel, guys. 132 of you in here right now. Go and give him a sub. He's a Liverpool channel. And support all the Liverpool channels. If fit Thiago and Artur. You're going with that Brazilian combo, are you? Look at that. Edward's going with that Samba midfield. He's going with that Sambo midfield, eh? Right, I know everyone's saying Artur, but Arthur ain't going to play, guys. I know you're all saying it. I don't think Arthur's going to play. I don't think... I don't think Endo's going to play this game, you know. I literally... There you go. Everyone go subscribe. Go and click that link and go and subscribe to Anfield Rods. I just don't know. I just don't know if Hendo's going to play this game. If Thiago's coming back, we play 4-3-3, and I'll see Fabinho, Thiago, and Henderson. I might just throw myself out of the top floor window. It's a joke, by the way, YouTube. A joke. Right. I'm going to go Thiago and Fabinho as a double pivot. Hendo holds bench. Colin, you're right. If Hendo City plays, and that's what I just don't want it. Right, who's playing in the number 10? Who's playing in front of these in the pivot? Who's playing in that 10? Who's playing here, guys? Who's playing here? Come on, who's playing in the number 10 right here? Who's playing in front of them? What are we saying? Blackhammer's saying Gakpo left, Bobby 10, Ox right, Darwizzy 9. No Salah. Trent will play, more than likely. Carvalho ain't going to play, my guy. I'd love him to, but he ain't going to play. Gakpo, a lot of Gakpos, a lot of Bobbies. I don't know about Bobby, you know. I think if Bobby plays, he plays as a 9. Right, let me put something down. You tell me, guys, right? I've got a feeling he's going to do this. I've got a feeling it might be that. I've got a feeling it might be that, you know. I've got a feeling it might be that. I think that's the best team we could probably put out against Arsenal. I ain't going to lie. Gakpo can play in that 8 role, almost 10 role. He's sort of like the way he played against Real Madrid. I think it could be that. If Thiago's playing, he's got to play in a double pivot. That is where Fabinho and Thiago always look best in a Liverpool shirt when they play together in that double pivot. That should be what. I wouldn't start Jota if Luis Diaz was available. If Luis Diaz was available, he'd play instead of Jota. But I think Jota will start because Jota starts anyway. Jurgen Klopp didn't say anything about Salah in the press conference, Blackhammer. He didn't say anything about Salah. He said everyone was available. He said everyone was available. He didn't say there was no injuries or anything. So... Thunder Road says no, swap Jota and Nunez need pace on the counters. The only other thing you do or you can do that. Or you can do that. And have Jota on the bench. I don't know if Jota's going to play as a 9 if you play this formation. If you're going to play this formation, this is what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen if you play this formation. If we play this formation and Darwin's not playing out there, this is what will happen. That'll probably more than likely happen. That'll be the way to go. If we're going to play 4-2-3-1, I could see it more like that. I could see it more like that. I'd rather Darwin up top, Gakpo on the left. But I think Klopp would do it that way round because I think, as someone said in the chat, he'd want pace down the wide areas on counter-attacks. So Darwin and Mo, Jota in behind, and Gakpo as a 9. Doak's never going to play this game, guys. Doak's never going to play this game. I just don't want to see 4-3-3. Because if we're playing 4-3-3, it'd be Fabinho, Thiago, Henderson. And I don't want to see that. I'd rather see this. I think this is the best way of going at it. It's just full on attack. It's just full on attack. I think if Jota, Darwin, Gakpo, and Salah all play, which there is a big chance they could, you know, if Thiago comes back in the team, then unfortunately it'd be Gakpo up top and Darwin on the left. It really should be Darwin up top. I can even see a world where he puts Salah up top, Jota on the right, and Gakpo on the left, and Darwin don't even play. We know said it. Email Pat Linders, Jamie, since he's the tactician. Big up, we know. Darwin might not even play this game, guys. I'm just thinking it right now. If he does play 4-2-3-1, which he very well could, every time we play 4-2-3-1, it's with Thiago in the team, I think. I think every time we played it, it's usually Thiago's in the team. I don't think we ever play 4-2-3-1 without Thiago. I can't quite remember. So if we do play this formation, Thiago plays for Fabinho in the double pivot. There could be a world where Darwin don't actually play. Because he might actually go Salah up top, Gakpo on the left, and Jota on the right, you know. And Darwin don't play. Yeah, that's what it's going to be. If Thiago plays, it'll be 4-2-1-3 or 4-2-3-1 if Thiago and Fab play in a pivot. Yep. And if Thiago don't play, it'll be 4-3-3. My worry is that playing 4-3-3 against Arsenal, I like that team. I ain't gonna lie. I like that team. Thiago and Fabinho there as the base. Darwin Nunez and Salah as the pace out wide. Jota, can hold it into the midfield, can link, and Gakpo is actually good in front of goal. Gakpo is actually a pretty decent finisher. So maybe that's how we go. Pick up Jamrock. No, Jamrock, you're right, man. I don't know. Oh, I don't know. I think that McAllister's a decent player. We said it earlier. I just don't think he suits Liverpool. You're right. Klopp has all the tools for this formation. Carvalho in the 10. Gakpo left and Darwin up top, but Klopp ain't serious. It's true. You can play Carvalho there, Gakpo on the left, Salah on the right, Darwin up top. That's cooking. That's a team. This is why we are getting angry as fans at the moment, because we know we can do better. Gakpo is better holding the ball, so I'd swap him and Jota. In my opinion, I think we should sell Robbo and get Theo Hernandez. I think Robbo might be in trouble in the next year or two. I do agree. Played Nunez up front on the last man every time. It's his best position. I agree. I absolutely agree. Look, guys, I agree. Look, if this was up to me, I'd play it like this, right? Let me take everyone out. If it was up to me, I'd play 4-2-3-1 because I think this is our best formation, right? I'd play Nunez there. I'll play Gakpo. And I would play Carvalho. Where is he? If it was up to me, I'd play that. If it was up to me, I would play that, guys. That's the team I would play. If it was up to me. Everyone in their positions. Everyone in their correct positions in the correct formation. If it was up to me, that's how I'd go. Carvalho playing in his actual position. Who would, you know what I mean? Gakpo playing in his right position. Salah playing in his right position. Darwin playing in his right position. Thiago and Fabinho playing in their right position. That's a creative team. Not me, I call the season. That's quite a creative team. You got Carvalho who plays in that position. If you go play, I'll probably play Trent if we're playing that way, maybe. That'll be the only one. That would be bold and brave. I'd do it. There you go. Everyone likes it. There you go. Jamie Phillips for manager. There you go. Jamie Phillips for manager. There we go. There's the 11 we should be playing. I tell you what, that 11 will cause Arsenal problems, man. Salah and Gakpo on the counter-attack. Darwin on the counter-attack. Fabio Carvalho picking up little pockets of space in between the defence and the midfield. Got Thiago and Fabinho there as a defensive shield in a double pivot. Giving Kanate and Virgil a bit more protection. Darwin can come a bit deeper. Carvalho can go a little bit deeper on defending duties. That's the team, man. Flop out Phillips in. Jamie, the head coach, get rid of that Dutch guy. Oh. That's not a bad team, to be honest, Jamie, but Klopp won't do it. This is the issue. Ain't this the issue we've all got, though, guys? Look at that 11. That 11 right there if that played most weeks, that'd be in the top 4. That 11 right there would be in the top 4 if we played that most weeks, yeah? Right? Obviously, you got to keep Thiago fit, so you can change Thiago around occasionally in different games, keep him fitter for the bigger games. You know, Carvalho can be changed around. Maybe you can swap him for a Gakpo sometimes and play Luis Diaz when he's fit as a left mid. You know, but you know you can change it around. But that should be our team. That would be changing for top 4, easy. Yeah, Diaz when he comes back will be over Gakpo, and then you could play Gakpo and Fabio Carvalho as that interchanging number 10. You could also play Gakpo maybe up top for Darwin. You could play Bobby there as well. You've got then Harvey Elliott who can play in that Carvalho role a bit. You could play Harvey Elliott on the right for Salah occasionally, sometimes as well in lesser games to save Salah's legs for the bigger matches. But you keep this system and set up. That's why we're all frustrated, guys, because we can see with our eyes that is a far better 11 than the 11 that played against Chelsea. There's no doubt about that. You're putting them all in their positions. Everyone's playing in their correct position apart from Joe Gomez. If I take Joe Gomez and put Trent in, everyone is playing in their correct position. It's mad that we don't do it. I'm hoping, fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed that Klopp plays this sort of formation on Sunday. You can do a 3-5-2, Salah and Nunez up top as well. Yeah, you can change it in so many ways. This is why we're frustrated as a fan base, because we look at that 11 right there. And you know what? We look at that 11 and go, yeah, that could cook. That 11 could cook. That 11 could do damage. Why are we not doing these sort of things? Why are we not changing it up? We actually do have the players to change it up, but we just don't change it up. We go with the same old, same old. Let me show you. Right, that's my team, guys. That's my team right there. Yeah, that's my team, right? Let me show you the team that Klopp will play. So remember, that's my team. I want you to show me what one you prefer. So that's Jamie Phillips' team. Right, let's do Klopp's team. Let's do Klopp's team. Right, there's Klopp's team. What one's better? But the road prefers Klopp's team. What one's better, guys? What one's better? What one would you prefer playing? Van der Rohe prefers this one. Don't forget, if you're playing this 4-3-3 as well, guys, if you're playing this 4-3-3, you've got to remember that Robbo will be over here somewhere. Trent will be over here. So, like, this will happen. This is what happens when you're playing 4-3-3. This is what will happen, yeah? This is what will happen. This is what happens when we play 4-3-3. Yeah? This. This is what happens. That's what happens when we play 4-3-3. Look at all that space in behind. Look at the high line. That's what happens, guys, when we play 4-3-3. Trent and Robbo will be over here somewhere. Fabinho's then meant to cover all that ground. All that ground. That's what Fab's meant to do. Cover all that ground. And then Virgil and Canate, instead of being nice and tight and nice and close like this where you want them, yeah? You want them nice and tight and close like that. Now, what we do, we go split and do that. And we wonder why Fabinho's dead, because he can't run no more, because he has to cover all that ground. And we wonder why we get so exposed with the ball through. The ball's through by the opposition. You know, that is why we get so exposed, guys. That is why we play like that. We play, this is the 4-3-3. Look, Darwin and Salah are always out here. Robbo and Trent are so far back. Fabinho has to, look, all that pace, all that. And our defenders split. And that's why we always, and Alisson has to come here and be a sweeper keeper. So Alisson has to do so much work. And then we always pass the ball back to, from Virgil, passes the ball back to Ali. Fabinho comes here to receive the ball. Konate comes here to receive the ball. And because they come close to receive the ball of Ali, then you've got all this gap there. Thiago can't get back. Henderson can't get back. It's just a nightmare. It's just an absolute nightmare playing 4-3-3 with this high line. But that's how we set out in an attacking way. That's how we set out in an attacking way. It's all right doing that if you've got the players that can do it. And I'm not worried about that. I wouldn't mind playing this way if you got the players that can do it. Fabinho hasn't got the legs to cover this ground. Thiago hasn't got the legs to cover this ground. Hendo hasn't got the legs to cover this ground. Because if Thiago and Hendo don't win the ball back in these areas here, guys, if Thiago and Hendo don't win the balls back off the strikers here where they're pressing. You know, they're pressing in these areas of the pitch here. If they don't win the ball back, there's a turnover. Thiago and Henderson cannot get back into these positions quick enough for the turnover. Fabinho is then isolated, and Virgil and Konate are so far up and so high and wide and so expansive, they've got to run the long way diagonally to get back into position. So I don't mind playing this way if we got the players that can do it, but we haven't got the players that can do it at the moment. So playing this way is absolutely insane. It makes no sense when you haven't got the players that can fundamentally do it right now. So be more compact, go to a 4-2-3-1, the first formation. Why am I doing this? And I've got no coaching badges whatsoever. I've got 0 coaching badges. I don't know what I'm chatting about. And I think I'm pretty spot on. It's just mad. Yes, it's modern football, but you need the players to play that way. You need the players to play that way. We know. Swear does Klopp actually do an analyst like Jamie is doing now? It's just, you play 4-2-3-1 and see you later. Not even Coach James teams well. Yeah, you play a 4-2-3-1, you're a bit more switched on. You're a bit more switched on. Let me go back to the 4-2-3-1. I'll show you what I mean. Let's go back to the 4-2-3-1. Let's get everyone in position again. Let's get everyone in position again. Let's get Endo out of this team ASAP. All right, let's get into position. Let's get into position. Right, let's get Hendo out of this team ASAP. Gakpo. Right. Let's get. All right, let's get. Got her in the team. All right. Oh, it's Carvalho, isn't it? I had in the team. Sorry, I'll take Carvalho back. Carvalho, I had, wasn't it? Carvalho. There we go. Right. So if you're playing 4-2-3-1, yeah, straight away you're more compact. So if you move up the pitch a bit higher, yeah, you move up the pitch a bit higher because you want to play a bit higher up the pitch. That's fine. Look, you go a bit higher up the pitch. Oh, what's happened here? Oh wow, I've got 2 screening midfielders. Look, I'll push my wing back. I'll push my fullbacks up the pitch. But look what's happened here. I've got 2 screening midfielders in front of me. I'll push them up again. Oh look what's happened here. If I push my team up the pitch a little bit more, Konate and Virgil don't have to go so wide. They can stay closer together. Look how much better defensively you are off the ball. Playing a 4-2-3-1 when you push your team up the pitch. You know, I don't mind pressing in the high line if it does work properly. You know, you can press here. Robbo's pressing here. Look, Robbo's even in the other opposition half. I put Trent in the opposition half. But look, I've got a screen of Thiago and Fabinho. In fact, Thiago can go. I'm going to push forward a little bit. Fabinho can come back a little bit like this. Oh my God, what have I got there? I've got a back three. I've got a back three screening. And look at this here. Look how many players I've got in the opposition box where I can actually press and win the ball back. If Thiago presses and doesn't win it here, Carvalho can drop back. If Carvalho goes and does the press, guess what? Thiago can drop back. And you got Fabinho here. He doesn't have to run so much. Look at less running for Fabinho. Saving his legs. Let him do what he can do and defending. Trent can't win it back. Trent has to come back. Robbo has to come back. Oh my God, then all of a sudden, look. We've almost got like a 4-5. We've got like a 2 here, a 4 in the midfield. Carvalho is a spare. And then you've got the 3 up top there. Almost got a 3 up top again. With a 5 in midfield. You got spares. You know, this is how we should go, guys. The defending is a better standpoint in this formation. You can press better in this formation. You can get the best out of your players in this formation. Everyone's playing more in their actual natural positions. You got a better screen in front of the defence in Thiago and Fabinho. Now, I'm not a coach. I've never done badges or anything in my life. I just think that makes more sense than a 4-3-3, guys, and the way we're attacking before. You know, we push up, we press. We like to press the opposition midfield. Look how much, I've already showed you, look how much space in behind we leave when we play 4-3-3. Look how much less space we leave in behind when you counter and press. So everyone's pressing. Gakpo's pressing. Salah's pressing. Fabinho's pressing out here. Thiago's pressing out here. Robbo's pressing here. Trent's pressing there. Right? There's the press. Containing pressing. A containing press. Carvalho could drop deep a little bit. And then you got that there. Fab can come back deep. Carvalho can go out here. Thiago can go here and press. And then, look, Fab hasn't got that much running to do. Less running for Fab to do. More containing. Just makes sense. Just makes so much more sense to play a 4-2-3-1 for me in this team right now. And guys, this is why I get upset with the manager at the moment. This is why I get angry. This is why I get upset. You know, obviously, other things have to take in consideration as well. If you're playing this formation, you can't just get the ball and hoof it straight up the pitch. Can't just go, right, Trent goes, hoof it right up there. Because if you give it away, it don't matter what formation you play, you're still going to be fucked. Do you know what I mean? So this formation means they got to keep hold of the ball a bit better. Tactically, you can't tell me a Thiago and Fabinho, a Trent, a Mo Salah, a Carvalho, a Gakpo, a Robbo, tactically can't keep the ball better than that. Surely they can keep the ball better and play in this formation. Passing it around, trying to playing nice little neat triangles, stretching the opposition. Trent can play his whipped long balls out to Gakpo, diagonal longs to Gakpo, stretching the opposition. You get the ball out long to Gakpo. Gakpo can get hold of it. If Gakpo gets hold of it in a wide area, that allows Thiago to come in here. It allows Fabinho to go over there. Carvalho go over there. Salah comes inwards over here. Darwin picks up nice positions in the box. You know, this formation helps all that. It helps all that. But again, I'm not a manager. I don't know what I'm talking about, probably. I'm probably talking BS. But that's just how I see it, man. That's how I see it. And but yeah, no Henderson in my team. Alisson as captain. That's how I'm going, guys. And that's why I get frustrated, guys. That's why I get frustrated. Right, let's go over scoreline. So, if you're playing the Jamie Phillips way, a 4-2-3-1, you're playing a 4-2-3-1 with this 11. with that exact 11 on the pitch now, with the tactics I just showed you, what's the score against Arsenal at Anfield? What's the score against Arsenal at Anfield? If you're playing my way, let me know. And what's the score against Arsenal at Anfield if we play the Jurgen Klopp way? Let me know in the chat before we finish up here. It was saying 2-2. Yeah, I'll take that. 3-1. Yeah, 5-0 Arsenal. Yeah, I think Alisson should be captain. 2-1, 5-1, 3-1. Yeah, so they're playing the Arsenal. If we play 2-2 Klopp way, 3-1. 1-2 Arsenal with yours. Big up, Edward. It's just mad, ain't it? It's just, look, Arsenal are a much better team than us right now. So any way we play, but I'm looking for performance, guys. I'm looking for something that I can grab hold of. I'm looking at something that I can grab hold of and go, that was a performance. I've seen a difference. I saw a different shape. I saw a different way of playing. You know, we got Carvalho 3 on the ball. We played that 2-3-1. We defended better in situations. The high line was there, but we defended better because players are in better positions on the pitch. There's a better screen behind them. You know, Virgil and Konate got Thiago and Fabinho there. The pressing's better. Even if we lost the game and I saw that happening, I'd be a lot happier as a fan. I'd be like, I saw something positive. We just go 4-3-3, a dead 4-3-3. Gak playing Darwin Nunez left wing, Mo Salah right wing, Gakpo through the middle, Henderson, Thiago, and Fabinho. We're gonna get outplayed in them areas of the pitches because you're asking Thiago to play in a 4-3-3 where he's got to be a 6 and an 8 and run around a lot coming back from injury. You're asking Fabinho to cover too much ground, and you're asking Henderson to just do what Henderson does. Look, if we win the game playing 4-3-3, big up the Klopp. He's done it. He's a genius, but I think it'd be a bit harder to do that. But yeah, big up, guys. Thank you very much for joining me. I do appreciate it. Guys, I'm live again at 6 p.m. tonight, guys. I'm live again at 6 p.m. tonight. Thank you for joining me today. 6 p.m. tonight, we've got a Gal on the show. We've got Tariq on the show. Might have Goonley on the show. I'm not sure yet. And we've got Endsman TV on the show as well. Liverpool versus Arsenal, full match preview. We're going to talk to them, all the boys. Should be a good show. So make sure you're tuning in at 6 p.m. tonight. If you're not subscribed yet, subscribe to the channel. Hit that notification bell as well, guys, because that lets you know when I go live. Big up to all of you. Thank you for joining me. Once this finishes, guys, you're going to be taken to my 6 p.m. show. Please go and leave a like on that video straight away. There's 102 people in here right now. So don't go anywhere, guys. This video will end. Everyone stay exactly where they are right now. And then leave a like on the 6 p.m. video before we go live. Let's get them likes up before we go live. Big up to everyone. Stay where you are. Hit the like button.